In part 1 I showed you how to make symmetrical patterns, but just a few hours after making that video I kind of figured out how to do some other ones that they're not symmetrical. So let me show you the E. I'll make an E, the same method that I explained in the first video. And like in the first video I showed you the B, how when you turn it upside down and it works because it's mirrored. So these three sides work, but these ones are backwards. So if you turn it upside down like I showed in the other video, it works. But there's a better way to do it where you don't need to turn it upside down. They're all the right way, just like that. I'll show you how to make that. Okay, all you do is, before you do the center switching, you have to turn each of these sides, left, the back, and the bottom. You have to turn them 180 degrees. So it doesn't matter what order you do that, just make it in order so you can memorize it. You can remember it to undo it afterwards. So I did left, back, and bottom. So to undo that, I would do bottom, back, left. So I just remember bottom, back, left. Then I make the E like normal. Down, left, up, right again. Then I just made the line. Now I'm gonna make the three little horizontal lines. It gets kind of messy, but you gotta just kind of try to keep track of it. Okay, so I made the E. Now bottom, back, left. So these are still the same as it was last time, but these ones they're right now. They're not mirrored. So that you use that method for letters that have the horizontal line of symmetry, so they're reflected from top to bottom, like the B, the E, and D, and other letters like that. Okay, now you know how to make symmetrical letters, but letters like the J and like the Z, letters like that, they're more complicated. So here's the J. See, these three sides it's good, but these three sides it's mirrored. So I'll show you how to make J's on all sides correctly. So I'll show you that next. What I do to make the J's is, well, first you start off by doing the 5 squares on top first, like normal. So I did those, and then the vertical 3 middle ones. So down, left, up, right. Okay. Normally I would want to switch this square. I want to switch this one and this one, these two, to make the J. But then with the mirrored sides, I would switch this piece and this piece. So if I know these two are going to be switched, and if I turn to this side once, then these two pieces would be switched, and that would make the J with these two switched. So if I know that if I turn this side counterclockwise and the back counterclockwise and the counterclockwise, and then the bottom counterclockwise, then I can make the J, just cycle these two pieces, and it should work. So the same method, down, left, up, right, for both of those squares. Okay, so I got the J on these three sides. Now I have to undo the setup moves. So clockwise in the bottom, and the back clockwise, and the left clockwise. And these sides are good, and these sides are also good. So that's how I make. You can do that for certain letters. Some of them work like that, and some of them you can just kind of maybe figure it out with similar methods. Yeah, okay, I'll show you the Z next. The way you would make a Z or an S is similar to the way you would make a J, but I'll just do it to give you another example. Okay, so for the Z, I'll switch the top 5 and the bottom 5 centers first. So all of them down, and those left, and these left, and back up. And then those two back to the right. Then I'll switch the middle one. Okay, so now all I have to switch is this one, this top right in the 3x3 block, this one, and this one, to connect, to make the line, diagonal line for the Z. So if I switch these, then again it would be mirrored on this side. So so it would switch the top left and the bottom right. So if I went like this, then if it switched the top left and the bottom right, that would work, because then I can turn it back afterwards. So so what I want to do is turn left counterclockwise, and the back counterclockwise, and the bottom counterclockwise. And it doesn't matter what order again, but just make it an order that you can remember. So I have to remember bottom, back, and then left after I do the center switching. So I'll just switch this piece. Then I'll switch this piece. Okay, so I have the Z, and now I do the clockwise, clockwise, and clockwise. So these sides, I got those, and these ones aren't mirrored. So these are good. So yeah, that's how you do some letters that aren't symmetrical, and you can just experiment with that. If you can, okay, you know, down, left, up, right cycles the pieces from these three sides. If you did a different algorithm like down, left, or down, right, up, left, it would cycle these three sides. Or if you started with like moving the side up, and like up, right, down, left, stuff like that, then you can evolve the bottom side too. So if you can figure out how to involve the other sides and make patterns out of that, post a video as a video response, because I haven't really tried to figure that out yet, but if you can figure that out, that would be pretty cool. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.